Hi guys, I am Coach Adrien, and I'm saying thank you for viewing. Thank you for being with me all the time. Now, folks, our world is in panic mode. And by panic mode, I am talking about our world is in a state of overwhelming fear, a state of anxiety, where it appears that with any unexpected occurrence, some people can die. Now, the magazine, What Worries the World, is produced out of from a global survey conducted monthly in 29 countries among 20,000 adults all over the world. That's the sample. This global survey offers an exceptional snapshot of world opinion on pressing issues. Now, according to the March 2025 publication, we note the following. One, inflation is the number one concern across those 29 countries. People are particularly worried about rising prices in countries like Argentina, 65% of the sample, Canada, 53% of the sample, Singapore, 51% of the sample, Australia, 48% of the sample, Poland, 44% of the sample, the United States of America, 43% of the sample, and France, 43% of the sample. So people are worried about rising price, their inability to deal with that. Three, crime and violence ranks second across those 29 countries. And it does not need much explanation. We see it on our TV news every day. Four, concern about immigration control ranks number 3. This has become quite a concern in the last few years. And fifthly, 9 European countries in the survey have expressed deepened worry about military conflicts between nations. In fact, concerns over military conflict rose in all 29 countries. People are concerned about the possibility of war. Now, from a biblical perspective, what does the state of global panic signal? Now, to answer that, we would have to go into Bible prophecy. And I want to just quote from Jesus's prophecy in the book, the New Testament, Luke chapter 21. You can get a similar account of the prophecy in Matthew, that is the New Testament, chapter 24. Jesus prophesies in Luke chapter 21, particularly verses 25 and 26, that before the end of time, nations and peoples will be distressed. People will be perplexed, and people will faint from fear and expectation of dreadful occurrences. Now, please read the entire chapter of Luke 21. You will enjoy it. You'll get the detail. In addition, these 8 developments that I'm going to mention, they heighten the state of anxiety among both the rich and the poor. One, economic downturns and uncertainty. You see, they trigger fear about job security and financial stability. Now, the news and the media, they create a sense of fear and anxiety as they tend to focus on the life-threatening events every day. Thirdly, the reality of inequality, conflict, injustice, that deepens with the prevailing sense of fear and security from other developments. Fifthly, political polarization and division. It creates a kind of us versus them mentality, and that leads to a lot of distrust and fear. Next, as crime escalates, of course, the fear of crime heightens. On that same list is the threat of terrorism. Now, that threat produces a widespread sense of fear across the globe and anxiety. People do not know what to expect, and people believe that the evil thing can happen just like that. People can terrorize you. And next, the potential for catastrophic climate change is also a present source of fear and anxiety as people begin to feel the impact of that in changing weather patterns and with the more frequent occurrence of earthquake and floods and in some area tsunamis. Now, these developments create, in total, create a feeling of uncertainty about the fear and, of course, lead to a general sense of deepened fear and heightened anxiety. However, there is good news. There is among a section of the 8 billion global population a certain kind of peace among these sections of people. And the research shows that while the world is in panic mode, those billions of people, I think that's about 2.7 to 3 billion among Christians, they are called, who have found peace with God. And they maintain a calm, a rational approach to these challenges. What explains that? The literature says that is from surveys that these Christians trust God when he says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." And of course, we are quoting Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 10. So what is the life-changing message amidst all this state of panic? I made 3 observations. One, the life-threatening fear in the world signals, as we have seen, that the coming of God's global government and the end of the world. Two, the widespread fear and distress is in fact a signpost of the nearness of the coming of that one world government or family of God. Of course, made up of all people who have submitted themselves to Jesus Christ, who is the King or the leader of God's one world government, his Savior, Lord, and King. And thirdly, as people submit themselves to God as Creator and to Jesus as Savior and Lord and King, they claim that they find perfect peace. As people submit themselves and all the issues to God the Creator and to Jesus Christ, they find perfect peace. And we always end our clinic by reminding ourselves of the two things that help us make wise decisions. The first one is wrong, even if everyone is doing it. Right is right, even if no one is doing it. And the other one is like it. Truth is truth, even if no one believes it. And a lie is a lie, even if everyone believes it. And we always finally end with a word to the wise. Our word to the wise this time comes from Jesus Christ in his discussion with Prophet John in the book Revelation, the Apocalypse. And I'm quoting Revelation chapter 22, verse 21. Jesus says to the whole world, to all of us, to all people, look, I am coming soon. In the whole distress and in the whole state of fear and panic, Jesus promised that he's coming soon to set up this government where everyone will live forever and be happy. Guys, follow me on my website, www.goadrians.com, and look out for a new video posted on my YouTube channel, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter on the first day of each month. Connect with me via WhatsApp, mobile, 869-668-9752, or via email, peter@goadrians.com. Thank you for viewing. Please, I always ask of you to subscribe and like my video. God's one world government is coming, and when it appears, there will be no more problems, no more inflation, no more war, no more anxiety, no more the things that make us unhappy. God's one world government is on its